I love the question that you asked in your TEDx talk, I believe. That's what you did. And who do you want to be a hero for? And you've chosen to be a hero for people who care. And you also share that you felt that you weren't tough enough.
I grew up in the Bronx. I was just a small, skinny, sensitive kid, and I think yeah, I was nervous. Like I had a lot of energy, and I probably looked like an easy target in certain ways, but relative to other boys, and like I was diagnosed with epilepsy when I was like 7,
Oh,
and I
wow.
was put on medication that slowed me down academically and athletically. And in hindsight, I'm just like, oh man, like, why was I being medicated? Why did it have to? Why did it go there? And I took medication until I was 14 or so. But ultimately, this was like the beginning of this distrusting of myself.
Hmm.
Like I wasn't trustable. Like my body wasn't trustable. This idea that I needed medication for my body to function. Otherwise, who knows what could happen is like the beginning of like this body isn't trustable. And I think also I being slower, it's like the little chip on my shoulder of something to prove. And yeah, just this combination of not trusting myself and needing to prove myself or needing to justify being slower or yeah. So I guess but I had a lot of grit and I had a lot of will, and I ultimately always found a way to rise above per se. I was valedictorian in my high school, and just whatever I needed to like do, I did. And I didn't get into any of the competitive schools in New York because I didn't time for I couldn't time for the test. I couldn't take time tests like that. And so again, it was a little bit of did terribly on my SATs, but so I had this grit. But give me a standardized anything, and I don't fit the mold. And so yeah, what I say to my younger self is break all the rules,
Yeah.
break the mold. Like you're different.
So it was actually a gift and a blessing that you weren't gifted, quote unquote, that you were smaller, that you had epilepsy. These were actually gifts to you such that you can be more competitive, be more rebellious, right? Going against the status quo per se. Would you say that's accurate? I mean, it's a little bit of a leading question, but
I actually didn't see myself as competitive. Yeah, I was. I guess I am.
valedictorian. I mean, it took something to
I
be
know. It had to be.
valedictorian.
Yeah, I'm competitive. I think so. I think there's like a way that I'm like, I'm going to figure out a way to win.
Yeah.
Even though I have this disadvantage.